Welcome back. Taking a unique approach to recovery through cutting-edge research and providing a resource to families. From Ren'ais'sance Ranch, we have Christine Dixon joining me now. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We were talking about during this pandemic, you've seen such a rise in the number of people trying to reach out and get some of these resources that you're providing.
Absolutely. Not only for their loved ones, but a lot of people are recognizing that the recovery, those 12 steps, are helping the family members too. We've been seeing that since the 1950s with Al-Anon, which is the family program for AA. We know that AA has healed millions of alcoholics. Since the 1930s, so many people finding help. So the self-help movement, the recovery movement, has helped so many people. And then come to find out, the family members who are kind of stuck in maybe some kind of resentment or fear or despair or hopelessness, they also are finding that they need help and they need support too.
It's complicated.
It is complex.
The dynamic of everything that's going on, of where this addiction happened and how that's impacting everyone. You have these webinars, you have things online, virtual. People are coming by the hundreds to get some of these resources and tips to help adapt and to cope.
Absolutely, and we look at it as an opportunity to help the whole family to heal, and to heal kind of those incorrect traditions of the fathers generationally. Addiction's such a generational illness, and we're finding that people are learning more about codependency, which is people that have these rescuing, suffering, persecuting behaviors with this codependency, trying to learn how to cope, how to manage, how to help their loved one, and they're completely at a loss and not knowing what to do.
And finding out they're enabling in many aspects.
Yeah, that, and you really don't know what you don't know, so it's kind of like recovery is like a microscope where you can kind of see all of your emotional, your behaviors that are not dysfunctional, that are not working for you. It sort of brings that to light so that the whole family can start to heal.
Let's talk about these resources that are available. Where can people go? And these are free.
Yes, absolutely. So online, which is such a blessing, we have 5 family classes a week. And they're taught from different perspectives. So some people need to know, they're coming from a spouse perspective within a partnership or within a marriage. Some people are coming as parent perspective. So we have these classes taught from all the different perspectives. We're starting a pornography class for couples who struggle with pornography and addiction. We have webinars every 3 months. Podcasts, Family Addiction Recovery Podcasts. To keep it all simple, on Instagram, we have a page called Addiction Recovery Mom on Instagram, where I'm just putting out resource tips, all of our classes. That's the podcast. And also we have a webinar coming up March 3rd that everybody can join on Zoom. It's called Hope in Recovery, and our main speaker is going to talk about suicide awareness and prevention and how to help those people who have a lot of depression and they don't know where to go, what to do. And then our other speakers are talking on addiction, depression, mental illness, and they're all in recovery, long-term recovery from addiction. And they've gone on to become, one's a social worker, one's a mental health counselor, one's a substance abuse counselor. So we have so many resources. They're all provided at no charge.
So many resources, and you're finding out that everything is integrated. Like so many, I almost imagine tentacles of you find out depression, and then there's an addiction, and then there's something else, and you're really tackling all of it.
Well, the research indicates that if you can integrate that and have the person working through their addiction, the family relationships starting to heal, all of that provides a much higher successful outcome.
A multi-pronged approach.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Christine, so much.
Welcome.
Ren'ais'sance Ranch, the number there on your screen right now, such an incredible resource, and Ren'ais'sance Ranch, Utah is where you want to find out all about those resources, online, virtual podcasts. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Up next, treatment for sleep apnea, Brian.
And then still ahead in our second hour, instilling your children with confidence. We talked with one mom about where you can start. And need to hang something really heavy on that living room wall? We'll teach a trick to make it easy. It's good to know.